Professor Dr. Guy Martini, Chairperson of the UNESCO Global Geoparks Council, Professor Dr. Soros Nicholas, President of Global Geoparks Network Executive Board, Professor Dr. Jin Xiaosu, Chairperson of Apgn Advisory Committee, Mr. Ekarat Lee Sen, the Governor of Satoon Province, Apgn and GGN members, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning and Sawasdee krab. On behalf of the Royal Thai Government, it is my pleasure to welcome every single one of you to the 7th Asia Pacific Geoparks Networks Symposium held in Satoon Province, which is the home of Thailand's first ever global geopark. Now, I'd like to sincerely apologize to every single one for not being able to be there in person, but nonetheless, it is an honor to be able to host this meeting, which is the first time for Thailand since we have become a member of Apgn and GGN in 2018, when UNESCO designated Satoon as the UNESCO Global Geoparks. Now, Thailand is fully realized that the purpose of UNESCO Global Geopark is to explore, develop, and address the links between the geological heritage and other aspects of the area, including natural, cultural, and intangible heritage, which will certainly contribute to the sustainable development not only for Thailand, but also for our region and the planet. We therefore have actively participated in various activities of Apgn and GGN, ranging from regional geopark conferences, workshops and seminars, capacity building activities in common projects, etc., etc. Experiences gained from the management of our first UNESCO Global Geopark, especially during the pandemic COVID-19, have highlighted the need to work towards transformational and green economy policies under the motto of Build Forward Greener and Better. It is evidenced that the whole of government approach to mobilize and empower local authorities and local communities in operating the site is the key driving force towards the successful maintenance of the Satoon Global Geopark. The recent re-evaluation has spurred local communities and relevant managing organizations in pursuing their inspiration to ensure the high standards of the site maintenance. Our robust collaborations among stakeholders in protecting our heritage, both in terms of geoheritage and biodiversity, will promote the sustainable tourism which sequentially generates the revenue to the local people is demonstrated. That's why Satoon Global Geopark is the magnificent place waiting for everyone to visit. The area is characterized by the spectacular terrestrial karst topography, unspoiled islands, and wonderful beaches. You all are welcome to experience the pure nature, the rich history, and traditional way of life of the local people in the area. It is my hope that the excursion to the area on Sunday is going to be a fun-filled event with the wonderful and fruitful, informative, and memorable one. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Article 4.4 of the Statute of the International Geoscience and Geopark Program of UNESCO, Thailand has established the National Geopark Committee to encourage the establishment of geoparks for the conservation of tangible and intangible heritage, as well as to support the geoproducts and education through geotourism. The committee consists of the representatives from related ministries and other stakeholders. Now, as a chair of Thailand's National Geopark Committee, I'd like to take this opportunity to inform you about not only Satoon Global Geopark, which is waiting for you all to explore, but there are also other areas with a very high potential to join the list of UNESCO Global Geopark. Allow me to share with you some of their various geological characteristics with you all. First, the Korat Geopark, which is the aspiring geopark. The area is located in the northeastern part of Thailand with unique geological feature on the diversity and abundance of fossils. Large numbers of high density of types of dinosaurs and associated animal fossils, particularly elephants, have been found. Elephant fossils discovered in the area comprises 10 genera out of 55 genera of ancient elephants worldwide, or 18% of the genera. Other fossils vertebrates include rhinoceros, hippopotamus, short-necked giraffes, etc. As per UNESCO evaluation process, the area had gone through the on-site validation by the UNESCO expert team in June this year. We wish that we will receive your full support on process towards the consideration of the UNESCO Global Geopark Council and UNESCO Executive Board respectively. It is our earnest expectancy to celebrate our new and second Global Geopark next year. Second, Khon Kaen Geopark, also called Dinosaurs Valley. The area is dominated by unique sandstone landforms with the shape of Mickey Mouse and rich in dinosaur fossils. To date, fossils of the 5 new dinosaur species have been unearthed. The area has been ranked as the ASEAN's #1 dinosaur fossil site. Recently, the Cabinet has approved the site for nomination to the UNESCO Global Geopark. The submission letter was sent to UNESCO in June earlier this year, and we are certainly looking forward to welcoming UNESCO expert team for the on-site evaluation very soon. Third, Pachan 3,000 Bok Geopark. It is located at the easternmost part of Thailand within the boundary to Laos PDR. The name of 3,000 Bok reflects the characteristics of more than 3,000 holes or so-called bok. The area is dominated by the sedimentary rocks and sandstone. Different erosion rates has produced spectacular geomorphological forms and features such as potholes, rapids, stacks, cliffs, and cascades. It is anticipated that the management system of this site will be improved to the international standard in order to prepare the submission to the UNESCO Global Geopark in the near future. Furthermore, several local geoparks have been established across the country. For example, Phetchabun Geopark, which reflects the evidence of amalgamation of the two Earth crusts. Tak Petrified Wood Geopark, which has recently been certified by Guinness Book for the longest piece of petrified wood in the world. It is 69.7 meters long. And Chayapum Geopark, which is a panda fossil where it's found. The last one that I proudly present is Puhang Nak Geopark, which is located in my hometown, which is Suphanburi. Amazing fold shapes of limestones and ancient times sea levels were illustrated. Ladies and gentlemen, the establishment of the geopark, either global or local one, is obviously contributed to increasing the awareness and understanding of the main issues facing society, such as sustainable use of natural resources, protecting the environment, tackling climate change, and reducing impacts of natural disasters. Even though COVID-19 pandemic during the last 3 years has exacerbated the consequences of a number of our long-standing challenges, I truly believe that the pandemic, meanwhile, has reinforced awareness of the intricate interrelationship of people, nature, and economies. From now on, I urge that we have to respect our Mother Nature. We cannot even think about going back to the normal way of life. We cannot say that this is the last global shock to the world. The other planetary crises, including climate change, biodiversity loss, and pollution, are calling as well. For Thailand, we are one of the top 10 countries in the world that are most vulnerable to climate change, and we are the first 20th century in the world most abundant in biodiversity. We have been experiencing the adverse impacts of climate change in terms of floods and droughts. And in particular case of our UNESCO Global Geopark, one of the features was collapsed as a consequence of coastal erosion, which has been amplified by climate change. In this regard, the geopark management organizations have conducted the study on the potential risks and developed measures to prevent the hazard to visitors as well as to maintain the significant characteristics of the site. It is my pleasure to learn that with the grave warning on climate change and biodiversity loss, the Geopark network would be able to create an opportunity to tackle these threats through the concept of promoting understanding of pressing issues and sharing the global practices from UNESCO Global Geopark around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly believe that Apgn and GGN presents the extraordinary platform, not only to facilitate the establishment of the UNESCO Global Geopark, but also provide the model of best practices for the management while address the emerging and pressing issues. Many issues would be easily solved by exchanging views and experiences among the members through our communication, consultation, and continuity. I wish that the 7th Asia Pacific Geoparks Network Symposium will enhance our visibility and ability to contributing to the conservation of our geoheritage while empower the people in moving towards the Sustainable Development Goals. Let's show the world what we can do, what we have done, and what we are capable of. Now, with that, I'd like to declare the 7th Asia Pacific Global Geoparks Network Symposium opened. Thank you very much. ขอบคุณครับ